In today's world of modern warfare, every fighter jet is more than just a machine that flies. It's a declaration of power and technology for an entire nation. The United States has the F-35 Lightning II, a fifth-generation icon with stealth technology and the connectivity of a flying supercomputer. Russia has the Su-57 Felon, its ace card to assert dominance against NATO. But what about France? The answer is the Dassault Rafale, a fighter jet often called the gust of fire, sweeping across European skies. It's not only the pride of the French defense industry, but also proof of a very different design philosophy, one aircraft capable of doing it all. Air superiority, ground strikes, reconnaissance, even carrying nuclear weapons, the Rafale was built to handle every mission in a single airframe. Yet the big question remains, is the Rafale truly one of the best fighter jets in the world? Or is its global reputation simply the result of clever marketing and well-timed international deals? In today's video, we're going to uncover the full story, from its origins and development, to the cutting-edge technologies inside, to its combat record and role on the global stage. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into the world of the Dassault Rafale, France's pride in the sky. The story of the Rafale begins in the late 1970s, when both the French Air Force and Navy faced a serious problem. Their fleet of Mirage IIIs, Mirage F1s, Jaguars, and Crusaders was becoming outdated. France needed an entirely new fighter, one that could perform multiple roles and be flexible enough to serve both on land and at sea. At first, France joined a multinational European project known as the European Fighter Aircraft, EFA, which would later evolve into the Eurofighter Typhoon. But by 1985, differences in strategic vision led France to walk away. While Britain and Germany wanted a fighter focused mainly on air superiority, France envisioned something else, an all-in-one jet that could dogfight, strike ground targets, and even operate from an aircraft carrier. Breaking off from the program was a bold gamble, but Dassault Aviation, already famous for its Mirage family of fighters, accepted the challenge. Out of this decision was born the Avion de Combat Experimental (ACX) program, and on July 4, 1986, the prototype Rafale A took to the skies for the very first time. By the early 2000s, the Rafale entered full-scale production, rolling out in three primary variants: Rafale B, a twin-seat version used for training and strike missions; Rafale C, a single-seat model built for the French Air Force; Rafale M, the naval variant, designed to launch from France's aircraft carrier, the Charles de Gaulle. From that moment forward, the Rafale quickly became the backbone of French air power, serving as the cornerstone for both the Air Force and Navy. And beyond France, it steadily began winning international attention, with massive export contracts worth tens of billions of dollars. The most distinctive feature of the Rafale is its delta wing combined with canard foreplanes. This aerodynamic design gives the jet exceptional maneuverability, allowing it to perform rapid, high-angle maneuvers that many fighters struggle with. However, this layout also makes the aircraft inherently unstable in flight. To solve that challenge, Dassault equipped the Rafale with an advanced fly-by-wire control system, complete with 4 redundant channels to ensure absolute safety and reliability. The airframe itself is built using lightweight composite materials and radar-absorbent structures. Paired with S-shaped engine intakes that conceal the compressor blades, these features significantly reduce the jet's radar cross-section. While Rafale isn't a true fifth-generation stealth fighter, it does qualify as a low-observable platform, making it harder to detect and track. At the heart of the Rafale are its twin Snecma M88 turbofan engines, which give it a top speed of Mach 1.8. More impressively, the aircraft can achieve supercruise, sustained supersonic flight at around Mach 1.4 without using afterburners. This provides major advantages in combat, including reduced fuel burn, a lower infrared signature, and greater survivability against heat-seeking missiles. One of the Rafale's most praised features is its Spectra electronic warfare suite, widely considered one of the best in Europe. Spectra provides radar warning, jamming, and automatic countermeasures, including the launch of decoys to fool incoming missiles. Thanks to this system, Rafales have been able to operate in heavily defended airspaces, such as Libya in 2011, without suffering combat losses. The cockpit is another highlight. It's outfitted with modern multifunction displays, a helmet-mounted sight system, and a Martin Baker ejection seat for maximum pilot safety. Dassault designed the Rafale not just as a machine packed with technology, but as a platform optimized for the pilot, ensuring they can fight more effectively, even under the most demanding conditions. Let's take a closer look at some key numbers that define the Dassault Rafale. Length, 15.3 meters, about 50 feet, wingspan, 10.9 meters, 36 feet, height, 5.3 meters, 17 feet, empty weight, around 10 metric tons, maximum takeoff weight, up to 24.5 metric tons. Engines, powered by two Snecma M88 to 2 turbofan engines, each producing 75 kilonewtons of thrust with afterburner. Top speed, Mach 1.8, about 1,912 km per hour or 1,188 miles per hour. Supercruise speed, Mach 1.4, without afterburners. Combat radius, roughly 1,850 km, depending on configuration. Ferry range, over 3,700 km, extendable with drop tanks and aerial refueling. Payload and hardpoints, the Rafale features 14 hardpoints, 13 on the naval Rafale M, with a total external payload capacity of up to 9,500 kilograms, that's more than 20,900 pounds of weapons and fuel. This gives the jet the flexibility to switch between mission profiles, air superiority, tactical bombing, naval strike, or even carrying nuclear weapons. Avionics and sensors, RBE-2 radar, Europe's first active electronically scanned array radar, capable of detecting and tracking targets hundreds of kilometers away. OSFIRST, an infrared search and track sensor located in front of the cockpit, allowing passive detection of enemy aircraft without using radar. Spectra Suite, a fully integrated electronic warfare and self-defense system, providing advanced threat detection, jamming, and countermeasures against surface-to-air missiles. In short, these numbers prove why the Rafale is considered a true multi-role fighter. It's fast, maneuverable, capable of carrying a wide range of weapons, and has the range to strike deep into hostile territory, all while giving its pilot world-class situational awareness and survivability. The Rafale's greatest strength is its omnirole capability, the ability to handle every mission type, and nowhere is that clearer than in its weapons arsenal. Air-to-air, Mica M and IR, medium-range missiles available in both active radar-guided and infrared-guided versions, giving flexibility in different combat scenarios. Meteor, a long-range, ramjet-powered air-to-air missile. With a no escape zone, estimated at 200 to 300 kilometers, it's widely considered one of the most lethal beyond visual range missiles in the world. Air-to-ground, Scalp e.g., Storm Shadow, a long-range cruise missile designed to strike deep inside enemy territory, capable of hitting strategic targets with pinpoint accuracy. AASM, Hammer, a modular smart bomb guided by GPS, laser, or infrared, capable of transforming a standard bomb into a precision strike weapon. Anti-ship, Exocet AM-39, the legendary French anti-ship missile, designed to skim just above the sea surface to evade radar detection before striking its target. Nuclear Role, ASMPA, a supersonic nuclear cruise missile, forming part of France's strategic nuclear deterrent. Other armaments, 30mm GIATDE FA-791B cannon, effective in close-range dogfights or for ground attack. A wide variety of conventional bombs, cluster munitions, and external fuel tanks. What truly makes the Rafale stand out is its ability to carry a mix of weapons in a single mission. For example, it can load Meteor missiles for air superiority, Scalp EG for deep strikes, and ASM bombs for close air support, all in one sortie. This essentially turns the Rafale into a mini air force, packed into one aircraft, giving commanders incredible flexibility and efficiency on the battlefield. Since entering service in the early 2000s, the Rafale has seen action in several major combat operations. Afghanistan, 2002 to 2007, flown under NATO command for patrol and close air support missions. Libya, 2011, took part in Operation Harmattan, striking deep inside Gaddafi's territory and destroying critical military infrastructure with precision-guided munitions. Mali, 2013, demonstrated its strategic reach by flying over 4,000 kilometers from France to strike terrorist targets in Africa. Iraq and Syria, 2014-present, conducted airstrikes against ISIS as part of Operation Chamal, showcasing its endurance in long campaigns. Today, the Rafale is not only the backbone of the French Air Force and Navy but also a growing export success. Current customers include Egypt, 54 aircraft, Qatar, 36 aircraft, India, 36 aircraft, plus an additional order for the naval Rafale M, Greece, 24 aircraft, Croatia, 12 aircraft, Indonesia, 42 aircraft. United Arab Emirates, 80 aircraft, the largest Rafale contract ever signed. Among these, India has placed the greatest strategic importance on the Rafale, calling it the new backbone of its air power. The jets are deployed along the Himalayan frontier, where they serve as a deterrent against both China and Pakistan. But the Rafale is more than just a fighter jet, it's also a powerful tool of French diplomacy. Every sale represents not only a military partnership but also a strengthening of France's influence abroad, from Europe and the Middle East to the Indo-Pacific region. With combat experience across multiple theaters and a growing list of international operators, the Rafale has proven itself as both a battlefield workhorse and a symbol of France's global reach. Like every fighter jet, the Rafale comes with its share of strengths and limitations. Strengths. True multirole capability, the Rafale can perform virtually every mission: air superiority, ground attack, reconnaissance, maritime strike, and even nuclear delivery. High maneuverability, thanks to its canard delta configuration combined with advanced fly-by-wire controls, the Rafale is exceptionally agile in the air. Cutting-edge avionics, its Spectra electronic warfare suite is considered one of the best in Europe, giving it a high survival rate even in environments saturated with surface-to-air missiles. Advanced weaponry, access to world-class systems like the Meteor long-range missile, Skal-PG cruise missile, and the ASMP nuclear strike missile. Reasonable operating costs. Compared to the F-35, the Rafale is less expensive to maintain and operate. Political flexibility. Unlike American aircraft, it comes without heavy export restrictions, making it an attractive choice for many nations. Weaknesses. Not fifth generation. Its stealth profile is reduced compared to true stealth fighters like the F-35 or Russia's Su-57. Radar limitations. While the RBE-2 AESA radar is advanced, its detection range still lags behind the radars found on US fifth-generation jets like the F-22 and F-35. Price tag. Although cheaper to run than the F-35, its acquisition cost is higher than alternatives such as China's J-10, Pakistan's JF-17, or even upgraded versions of the F-16. Production pace. Dassault has struggled to keep up with massive international demand. Long backlogs mean customers often wait years for delivery. In short, the Rafale is a balanced and highly capable fighter, but it isn't flawless. Its biggest strength lies in versatility and survivability, while its main drawbacks are stealth limitations and production delays. The Rafale often finds itself compared to some of the world's most advanced fighters. Let's break it down. Against the F-35 Lightning II, United States, the F-35 has a clear edge in stealth and network connectivity, acting as a flying command node in modern warfare. But the Rafale is more maneuverable, less dependent on American software ecosystems, and significantly cheaper to operate on a per-hour basis. Against the Su-57 Felon, Russia, on paper, the Su-57 boasts a better stealth design. But in reality, production numbers are extremely limited, and its next-generation engines remain unfinished. By contrast, the Rafale is battle-proven and reliable, something the Su-57 has yet to demonstrate. Against the Eurofighter Typhoon, Europe, the Typhoon excels in air superiority, particularly in dogfighting scenarios. However, its ground attack capabilities are less versatile. The Rafale strikes a better balance between air-to-air and air-to-ground roles, and unlike the Typhoon, it has a fully operational naval variant for carrier operations. Against the J-20 Mighty Dragon, China, the J-20 emphasizes stealth and long-range strike capability, but its real-world combat reliability is still uncertain. The Rafale may be less stealthy, but it benefits from decades of proven European weapon technology and extensive operational experience across multiple battlefields. Final takeaway: the Rafale isn't the best in every single category. It doesn't have the stealth of the F-35, the theoretical specs of the Su-57, or the futuristic image of the J-20. But what it offers is balance. It is versatile, dependable, and cost-effective. A jet that can perform almost any mission with a high degree of confidence. In other words, the Rafale represents a perfect middle ground. Not the flashiest, not the stealthiest, but one of the most well-rounded and effective fighters available today. So let's return to our opening question. Is the Dassault Rafale truly one of the best fighter jets in the world? The answer is yes, but in its own unique way. The Rafale isn't a pure stealth platform like the F-35. It isn't a raw dogfighting machine like the Su-35. And it doesn't aim for mass production numbers like China's J-20. Instead, it stands out as a well-rounded war machine, capable of performing multiple missions in a single sortie, with combat-proven reliability. With hundreds of aircraft already in service across Europe and Asia, and multi-billion-dollar contracts continuing to roll in, the Rafale has shown that France doesn't need to be the United States or Russia to build a world-class fighter jet. And perhaps that is the Rafale's greatest strength. Not just its speed, weapons, or sensors, but its perfect balance of technology, cost, and strategic value. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss more deep dives into modern military technology. And let us know in the comments, do you think the Rafale can hold its own against jets like the F-35 or Su-57? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.